Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. Has Ousmane Dembele already won the Ballon d'Or? That's exactly what we'll be discussing in this video. We're going to be going through Ousmane Dembele's Ballon d'Or campaign, look at it, the league, the Champions League, why I believe and think Ousmane Dembele deserves the Ballon d'Or. We'll also take a look at the odds, where is Dembele at the moment according to the odds makers and so on, and then a little bit about his Ballon d'Or opponents, competition, the Ballon d'Or competition for Ousmane Dembele. So, FBRF, my beautiful site right here, and we'll take a look at Ousmane Dembele. And first of all, here's Ousmane Dembele's scouting report for this season. Non-penalty goals. Wait, let me zoom in on this baby a bit more, just a bit more. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see it now. 98th percentile in non-penalty goals, 97th percentile in non-penalty XG, 99th percentile in shots total, 99 in assists, 99. No. This is against forwards because that's where majority of the season Ousmane Dembele has been playing. But even if you compare it to attacking mid and wingers, it's still the same. The only numbers that go down is pass completion and successful take-ons. Obviously, because wingers attempt more dribbles, they're out on the wide. It's easier to dribble and they get the ball easier compared to when you're a false nine. But Ousmane Dembele this season has basically been the perfect definition of a forward. He's basically a Lionel Messi and Neymar Jr. More of a Lionel Messi because he can play as a forward. I never saw Neymar Jr. being able to play like a striker this much. Even like in the Atalanta run in 1920, with still, other attackers that played out a bit more forward. I don't know. But it's definitely Neymar Messi-esque profile-wise. Quality-wise, it's still been great. The biggest thing for me is profile-wise, that he can play as a winger and as a forward absolutely perfectly, Ousmane Dembele this season. If we look at these stats, but for other players, you will see, the big difference. If you take a look at Rafinha, one of the people they're trying to compete Dembele to, you can see he has 99, basically all of here. But then when it comes to this, it's rubbish. It's rubbish because positive progressive cash, we just shows that Ousmane Dembele is way more complete attacker than Rafinha. Rafinha is a final third. He's decisive in the final third. That's his biggest thing. I think Rafinha has like the most key passes per 19 Europe sub 5 leagues or something, and in the UCL, crazy key pass numbers and chances created. But he's very similar to Barcola. But even Barcola got other better stats. And last but not least, obviously, the main competitor that a lot of people are talking about is Yamal, and he has closer to Dembele than Rafinha, but the non-penalty goals takes it down. Because the passes for some reason are a bit low, and then obviously the GA and some of the decisiveness in the big games. But let's go back to Ousmane Dembele. Now that we have looked, you can see he has the 99 in everything. Perfect. And these are the similar profiles to him, I guess. But yeah, let's go deeper into Ousmane Dembele's campaign this season. Step by step, game by game. Why is he him? Why Ousmane Dembele him? Obviously, these are games from last season, so we don't count them. But Ousmane Dembele ends this season, all competitions, including national team, with 35 goals and 14 assists. 49 GA for Ousmane Dembele in 43 starts. He played 57 games, but only started 43 of them. 3,900 minutes played. These are like absolute elite numbers. He scored 35 goals from 24.8 XG. 35 goals from 24.8 XG. You know how clinical Ousmane Dembele has been this season. And now let's take a look at the season. Beginning of the season, comes on, gets a huge goal versus Le Havre to make us get that victory. Montpellier was a stat pass session. He got 2 assists. Lille, he won the penalty, had a very good performance, but obviously didn't get a GA this game. Italy, he came on as a sub. I don't remember that game. Belgium, he was the man of the match for France in that game, making them win that game in the Nations League. And what's the reason for them, now being in the semifinal of the Nations League? Brest, this is still one of my favorite Dembele performances this season. He was absolutely majestic, and the 2 goals, it was a beautiful performance. Girona, this was absolutely disgusting, and that will be the thing in the beginning of the UCL this season, because think about it. Ousmane Dembele was the main man for Paris Saint-Germain this season. He hasn't been the main man at any time in his previous career. At Stade de Rennes, he wasn't the main man. At Dortmund, he wasn't the main man. At Barca, he wasn't the main man. And he was never the main man with the French national team. So this season, especially in the UCL, he had the pressure of being the main man. And the rest of the PSG team was struggling as well. Luis Enrique was trying out some weird tactics in the beginning of the season as well. And yeah, in the beginning, it was very hard for Dembele to, do something with that pressure. Then here, big game, he came on as a sub, got a goal, which kept us unbeaten. Obviously, that game ended 1-1. Stade Rennes got an assist. It was a good performance-ish. Nice, the team was horrible. The team was horrible. Obviously, this was straight after the Arsenal game, which Dembele missed. People are saying Dembele missed for some weird reasons. No, he missed it because him and Lucha were beefing, and Lucha was like, I'm going to use my power to punish you. And Nice's performance, he actually got an assist. I don't know why it's not counted here, but it wasn't the best performance overall from the team and so on. Israel, I didn't watch it. Belgium, I didn't watch it, so I don't know, but he probably had a good game in both. We can't even see the deep stats here. PSV, yeah, not a good game at all. I think he missed two big chances. Once again, similar to the Girona game. Marseille, he had a good game, got an assist. And that was actually the beginning of the false nine. That was a really good game for Ousmane Dembele. That's where the false nine started for Ousmane Dembele. Arsenal got the win in a 1-0 victory. Once again, beautiful. And as you can see, he's been extremely decisive and extremely great in the majority of the games here. Apart from, basically the two ones, it's PSV and Girona. That's basically it. Struggling a bit. Atletico Madrid, he had a really good game, got an assist in that game. Angers came out as a sub, don't matter. Toulouse, this was we weren't that good in that game, including Dembele. Bayern München, obviously, he was good. He was the closest for us to get a goal in that game, had some good chances. Obviously, got the red card for complaining twice to the referee. Not because of any foul or anything. Nantes obviously only came off. Auxerre only came off the bench. Then the streak started. This is where Dembele competing with prime Messi and Ronaldo numbers started, and I was there for that Lyon game. Gets the goal, good performance. Monaco gets the goal, gets us the victory, great performance. Arsenal was a decent performance. Obviously won on pens in that game. Monaco, Trophée du Champion final. Ousmane Dembele delivers against Saint-Étienne. We win 2-1. Ousmane Dembele delivers twice. City, we were 2-0 down. Dembele comes off the bench, changes the game. What a jogadorinho. Stade de Rennes, once again, game ends in a draw, and he's the one that gets us the goal. Beautiful goal in that game as well. Stuttgart hat-trick, Brest hat-trick. I mean, I don't have to say that much. Dembele, winning us games by huge goals margins. And you can see the goal scoring peak that he was here in this period of the season. Monaco got the 2 goals, got us the victory. Brest in the Champions League, 2 goals, got us the victory. I mean, he came off only the bench here, but that performance from PSG was absolutely disgusting, man. Brest, very good game. No GA in that game, but very good game from Ousmane Dembele. Lyon, once again, very good game. Stade Bréchon, Coupe de France, came off the bench, gets the goal, doing it as he should be doing it. Lille, very great performance, 1 assist, 1 goal. I remember that game, man. Liverpool at home, he was really good. Unfortunate to not get a GA. Stade de Rennes got a brace. Liverpool, huge goal away at Anfield to give us the win. Marseille got his first Le Classique goal finally. Croatia, horrible in this game, including the French national team. This game, absolutely amazing, including the French national team. And him and Olise got the win for France when Mbappe couldn't. Saint-Étienne only came off the bench. Dunkirk, semi-final Coupe de France, 2 goals, 1 assist. And we were trailing 2-0 as well. Tricky by Dambouz. Angers only came off the bench. Villa, double assist, and very good in both performances. Nantes, game don't really matter. I think we'd won Ligue 1 at this point. And Nice, this was the game we lost. But it was actually good, that game. Got a good assist as well. Arsenal, huge goal, just like the Anfield one. Going away, 1-0. And Dembele gets that huge, crucial goal for Paris Saint-Germain. Once again, Arsenal comes off the bench, and he had the injury from the second Arsenal game. Still got a cheeky assist to Achraf Hakimi. Auxerre, Rennes. This Coupe de France final was really good. Auxerre was a good game, even though was that the game he missed 2 big chances? Auxerre, he missed 2 big chances. He should have done better in that game. And then obviously in the Champions League final, masterclass from Ousmane Dembele. And taking a look at this season, it's a master, wonderful season by Ousmane Dembele. The only thing is he was struggling in the beginning of the UCL a bit. So you got like the Girona game highlighted. The PSV game is highlighted. That game was not the best from Ousmane Dembele. Then obviously there were some performances where the entire team was completely garbage. So I don't put that, but apart from that, he's basically been like magical in every single game so far this season. And now let's take a look at the bookmakers. So actually, Bet365, I have there's bookmarks right here. This dropped, I think, right after the Champions League final, if I'm correct. Right here. So as you can see, Ousmane Dembele is in first place, 1.5, with a good gap over Lamine Yamal, 3.75. You got Mohamed Salah, 11, Rafinha, 11, Lautaro, Mbappe, and so on. So the only competition at the moment is Lamine Yamal, according to Bet365. No Salah and no Rafinha. And think about it, these two players can now recover. There is no Barca, Liverpool, or neither the Club World Cup, but Yamal obviously is the only one that has something to recover in that Nations League coming up. Ballon d'Or odds. I don't know how to search for it or find anything about it. I don't know. I've looked at this sometime, but I don't know if it's new or old. But still, Ousmane Dembele is sitting first, 2.5 to 11.4. Yamal. I don't know how to count these numbers, but Dembele up once again by somewhat of a distance. Over Yamal. This is Squawka. They just published theirs. You got Ousmane Dembele in first place, 1.2, Lamine Yamal 11.4. So the gap between Ousmane Dembele and the other players is too big. So now we'll come, to the thing that a lot of Barca fans and Barca propagandists have been talking about, which is the Nations League game. The Nations League game will be a good game. It will be a great game. I've been excited for the Nations League game ever since I watched France versus Croatia in the Nations League, and we knew that France would face Spain. I've been very excited. It's a big blockbuster game. Spain won the Euros. Coming into this game, want to solidify themselves as at least the best European side against France, who they did beat in the Euros. And they're filled with Fabian Ruiz, who just won the UCL, Lamine Yamal, and Pedri from FC Barcelona, and some other great players. So Rodri will probably be back, from his injury and so on. But, they still have majority of that core, still lost some players from that Euros team like Morata and Laporte and so on. But they will feel confident they can beat France in this game. France, on the other hand, they have been very bad since the World Cup. That Euros was absolutely embarrassing for France and many of its players. Then Croatia first game I watched in the quarters, disgusting. Second quarterfinals game was amazing. So they'll be feeling very excited for this game. And look, even if the absolute best possible thing happens for Lamine Yamal, because this game means way more for Yamal than Dembele. That's, one thing people have to understand. This is not going to determine who's going to win. This is going to determine if Yamal comes closer to Ousmane Dembele. This definitely doesn't minus Dembele. This can only plus Lamine Yamal. Like, this game means way more for Yamal than Ousmane Dembele, for example. So Yamal will be really desperate to do something in this game. But even if Lamine Yamal, let's say Spain win, Lamine Yamal has a really great game, is decisive as well, not like in that second leg versus Inter. He could definitely, create some fire, especially now. So I think Yamal could come closer to Ousmane Dembele, especially if he has a great final in the Nations League against Portugal or Germany. I think Yamal could once again be back on the same level, because before the Champions League final, they were on the same level. Then Ousmane Dembele. But if Lamine Yamal has two great games against all of these big players, he could come way closer, as we saw, But for example, here, Yamal comes really close to Ousmane Dembele, but then the Club World Cup finishes it off. And I've said this about the Yamal Ballon d'Or stuff. The Club World Cup is just huge, and the year that Ousmane Dembele has had is huge. The Barca fans still believing in something and all of that is totally sad, in my opinion, and desperate, because they were focusing on the UCL, the season, and the treble. They didn't get that, and now they're focusing on some Ballon d'Or and trying to downplay Ousmane Dembele's season. Like, imagine if Yamal or any Barca player had Dembele's season. But yeah, as we say, we always got to do better than we should because of the Zionistic propaganda. But to finish off this video, yes, I believe Ousmane Dembele is the Ballon d'Or winner now. Is going to be the Ballon d'Or winner in December. It's completely deserved. How do I look at these rankings? Honestly, it don't matter. Who comes first place is the only thing that matters. And I'm very happy that we have a lot of Paris Saint-Germain players potentially in the top 10, in the top 20, in the top 30 of the Ballon d'Or. But yeah, preview on the Nations League game's soon gonna come out. But yeah, this is how I feel about the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, let's get it, man. I can't wait for seeing Dembele with the Ballon d'Or. I've already seen Dembele with Ligue 1 Player of the Season, UCL Player of the Season, Champions League trophy, Champions League Man of the Matches, and now this, baby. Let's get it. Ousmane Dembele, you are the deserved Ballon d'Or winner. Just get it done now. Do your best in the Nations League game. And that's the thing, like, the season hasn't even ended. Like, Dembele, I know him. He will cook in the Club World Cup. He will cook in the Nations League. And all of this will be looked in a very funny way that we were like, oh my God, we were actually thinking that like, Yamal would win it. Yamal's probably not even finish second in the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. But that's a hot take for another video. That's been it from boy PSG. Hopefully, guys, have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, Paris.